Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the Panzer Elite forces, we have Nero. Spawn on top side as the British forces, we have Pwaxie? Pwaxie? I have no idea how to pronounce some of these words. It seems simple, but honestly, take a moment to try to pronounce it yourself. Pwaxie? Poxy? How do you pronounce that? You got the Scope Rifle Squad eyeing for the munitions sector there. We do have something being employed out here. They may be eyeing eventually. Most time British players tend to put their Fort HQ right around here to secure up this munitions sector. But right now he is eyeing for this munitions sector there, so he's not diving at the moment. He may keep his HQ back here for a bit of time. We've got multiple Kettengrads now opening on up, which will give the Panzer player some good capping pressure. 2 Panzer Grenadiers on the build queue. And we do have the Fort HQ. Not Fort HQ, the backline HQ right now is eyeing to pack on up. Let's go ahead and keep him selected there so we can see what he's planning. He does partially queue up the infantry section there. And now we do have the Scope Rifle Squad eyeing for this munitions sector now, and we do have the Lieutenant eyeing for this cutoff point. So he's going to eye to set up right here, and I just remembered something as well. This map, my new graphics card does not like this map. For some other reason, of all the maps, this one will also experience a bit of lag spikes, so my apologies.
Target secure. Watch for Hans gents.
We do have now the Scope Rifle Squad and the G43 squad now engaging, get a bit damaged there. Kettengrads doing a good job capturing around, and we do have a structure being plotted here. It is the Grove Company, so maybe eyeing for some mounted play. Some infantry half tracks, another intersections on the build queue. Lieutenant here to support the Scope Rifle Squad, no longer here to support the Lieutenant squad. They don't have the emotional support Lieutenant.
Oi, Atkins, listen.
Good damage down to the Scope Rifle Squad does get onto this side of the building. There's only 2 windows inside, but still the G43 squad, so we'll get good fire output there. A couple models may be able to get some damage over here, and the intersection is eyeing for the garrison. The intersection does get inside the garrison, and now the Panzer Grenadiers are going to see a bit of fire there. They do go onto this side of the building, which only has 2 windows, but we've got the other intersection now engaged as well. Able to get some good damage there on the Panzer Grenadier, and does force him back. Does only drop 1 model there. Lieutenant's advancing forward, getting a bit of fire onto the Kettengrad, dealing grand total of 0 damage at the moment. All his rounds either missed or bounced. Kettengrad's eyeing to capture the central points now. Take a look here. The field control is actually relatively similar, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like the field control is relatively similar. The British players doing a good job capturing up everything up here, splitting up all his forces. Kettengrad's now eyeing for this cutoff point.
Front lines are under attack. We're losing a
This
sector.
will deny this munitions sector. It is providing plus 10 income, which is actually a sizable amount. And we do actually now no infantry half tracks. We got straight to Panzer Jaeger command. We're likely going to have a 2-2 or 5 being employed on the field. Kettengrad does the capture and run, very nice. And since he has captured this sector here, he can capture this munitions sector and will be in supply. Down south, we've got the Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward. He has not reinforced the G43 squad. 2-2. 2-2 on the build queue. Scope Rifle Squad to see a bit of fire there. The Panzer Elite player doesn't have a whole lot of manpower at the moment. That's maybe one reason why he didn't reinforce the squad. And Scope Rifle Squad does fall back with 1 model remaining. A couple casualties there. He does not have a casualty clearance station at the moment, so those casualties will not be recovered.
Loud and clear.
They will not be sent home back to their families. We do not have the regular unupgraded squad here now advancing back into his own sector. So should be able to actually reasonably move behind the big hay bale for cover. Up here, we've got the Kettengrad now seeing a bit of small arms fire from the Vickers emplacement, but we'll find an angle to capture that fuel sector now. The Panzer player does capture this fuel sector, which will deny it from his opponent, but he will not gain usage of it for the time being. Panzer Grenadier squad getting overran. 2-2 now pulled down the field. Only 2 Panzer Grenadiers on the field, so he will have minimal repair capability. Nothing here to be loaded on the back of the Kettengrad. 2-2 now advancing forward. It looks like the Panzer Grenadiers does get a bit of light cover there from this tree and start making their way forward. We've got a Bren squad here. The Brens can do some decent damage versus the 2-2. It's more of a soft counter, rather hard to counter. The Pwaxie will be useful, that's for sure. And there's Luftwaffe ground forces there, so he is selected a doctrine. The Luftwaffe ground forces doctrine. Intersection does fall back, so does the lieutenant. Of course, this is the Ford HQ right there. He's trying to pull out a slit trench that will be very useful for the defense against the 222, preventing him from really pushing on in. The lieutenant and the scope and the intersection needs to get inside there. He does have a third squad, infantry squad on the field. And I'm so surprised he's not getting inside that slit trench there in order to fight from against to keep away this 222. You know how the clearing station being pulled on field? Get a bit of damage there onto this armored car, the 222. The 222 does see a bit of fire there as well. Off ground forces getting some good repairs. More small arm fires push my way forward.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
And now I got the scope rifle squad following back. We got these Vickers replacements still here, but the primary point has been decaptured, or been fully captured. You have these Kennengrads moving around. You got the field support truck on the field. A steward wouldn't be half bad. He only has a lieutenant on the field, no captain just yet. You can throw the captain inside the slit trench. That would be a good spot for him. Stay nice and safe. He's not appeared to have been selected doctor just yet. Both his Kennengrad is trying to camouflage away. Ren Gun's trying to get that to 2 damage. Got these Panzer now firing away, getting some damage over here. Kennengrad trying to push forward to decapture or fully capture that munitions sector. Ren Guns do get some decent damage there onto the 222. And now this intersection received private damage there. PS have been deployed on out. Of course, the damn lag spikes on this map. Looks like a couple casualties have been dropped. Got this medic charging over here. This medic does pick up this casualty. I don't see the casualty that's over here, maybe inside the bush. And that's not Australia. That's where the Irish would be. Section's starting to get reinforced there. Lieutenant is slightly wounded. This instruction is still pretty wounded and going for rifle grenades. So we've got one of each upgrades going for a flush of weapon upgrades. Another casualty being recovered. That's make casualty number 2. It's now raining on in. And now do have a 17-pounder coming on out. The Bofors emplacement may be a little bit better versus the 222s. Or 75 provides a bit more longevity, but the Bofors can hit, of course, many different targets. Panzer now advancing on forward. Grenades raining on in, as well as some Piets. Does cancel the Bofors emplacement there. Didn't want to build it with the nearby Panzer. Very good cancel. Do not have the 222 now moving around. And while these Panzer Grenadiers need to fall back, going to be falling back now, saving a bit too much damage there from the rifle grenades. Scope rifle squad going around, capture some other points. 222 is going to police the flanks. Kennengrad getting repaired up by the Luftwaffe ground forces. And this is a bit of wire there pulled up with the Luftwaffe ground force as well. Scope rifle squad does fall back. And good damage there onto the Luftwaffe ground forces.
Rifles ready for action.
Do now have some sandbags being deployed on the field. Panzer Grenadiers have seen a bit of fire there. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. Incendiary mortar does come down. Get a bit of damage from these retreating squads. More of these casualties, or that's the sapper squad being upgraded to Piets. So I have not pulled out a 17-pounder nor anything else since weapon placements. Does not have enough munitions to get these guys healed up, and these guys are a bit wounded. Incendiary mortar half-track does receive a bit of damage there from his own incendiary mortar. Talk about friendly fire. It's now pushed way forward. Does get a decent hit there with those Panzer Grenadiers. This one's quite damaged. Receive a bit more damage now. More rifle grenades raining on in as well. And those Panzer grenadiers do get forced back. Does he have base healing? He does appear to have base healing.
Munitions capture complete, sir.
Got 2 command points here as well, which is enough command points to bring in a Churchill.
Ready for action.
Captain has been pulled on the field. And now there's the healing from the casualty
German
clearing
forces
station.
are trying to secure one of our sectors.
More grenade warfare hits over here. You have now the armor command truck being pulled on the field, so it's skipping the sword, perhaps going straight for either Firefly or for Chromo, maybe Staghounds as well. And now we've got these intersections moving along the flank. And then Grad decapturing this point here. And some mortar hits there onto the headquarters command truck. Of course, if the Captain Grad's moving around, he should be able to get some good spotting. He knows what the Auction Spawner has gone for, since he's seen the Luftwaffe ground forces. He may or may not have spotted the, what's it called, the camouflage Captain Grads, because after all, they're camouflaged. He gets not pushed way forward, trying to get some damage on in. Luftwaffe ground forces see a bit of fire there. Doesn't get flinched or anything like that out of cover. And he has a bit of negative cover as well. Heroic charge has been activated, so now he can charge forward heroically. Got 2 squads of Piets here. 1 squad is a bit wounded. Rifle grenades also fades forward as well. I think those are rifle grenades. Those are Piets fire. Does take out 1 of the Panzer Grenadiers. With those Panzer Grenadier models to go down, he does fall back for squad. Got the Panzer Grenadier behind the light cover there. Decided to fall back after they got exhausted.
Capture complete.
After charging forward heroically, it is a bit exhausting.
Captain standing by.
Armor command truck now deployed down the field. He's going to be sitting up maybe on this fuel point. Doesn't have a whole lot of fuel income right now, so perhaps getting some additional fuel would be good. Getting Grad camouflaging around. Bigger displacement does not see him. And we got the mortar half track, maybe eyeing for incendiary round. Doesn't have healing here at the moment either.
Section. Look sharp.
Nope, that's just a regular mortar hit there. Does get a kill on one of those models. And the scope up squad does fall back as well. 2 over here, Captain Grad over here. Mortar half track here, Captain Grad right here. And we now do have the Panzer support command. I think he's going for the activation. Yep, he likely is eyeing for Panthers. Nobody goes for the Panzer 4C or Hotchkiss. Got these forces now advancing down south. 2 Piet squads, 1 rifle grenade squad.
Be able to match the efficiency of our support command structure.
And we do not see any Panzer 4Cs. Let's get the mortar half track button. Lots of Piets, and there goes the mortar half track. Very nice little pick there. Does get 1 incendiary mortar fired off before going down, which could destroy some of these units if they fall back. He needs to fall back these units a little bit early so they don't get burned alive. Got the 2-2 now is trying to get in some damage on the retreat. Everything just falling back, so he has a bit of a shooting gallery in front of him. Scope Arc squad could get wiped out. He does use the healing for the casualty clearing station. Now got some butterfly bombs being called on in. Not sure where. Hopefully out of vision range of this area. And the armor car's falling back. He's following them right there. His opponent may or may not see them. Okay, definitely got a bullet onto that one, so he does see them. And a granite capture on the go around capturing the flank. We do have the armor command truck deploying out something. It is a Staghound, so he does not have the command tank available. And medic does go down. He does get a free squad recently. Looks like Captain retreat right there. These guys are now sprinting their way forward. And now we've got the fresh Staghound deployed on the field.
A sector is being overrun.
So going to start firing some Piets along the Panzer support command. He already has the activated HQ, so it does not interrupt his Panther research that he's likely going for. Oh, already has research, so Panthers are now available. And Panthers will
Our
soon be
forward
out of the
supply
field. Get
lines are
another
broken.
20 seconds worth of manpower income. Gain some hits there on various structures. 2-2, and Panzer grenades get some good damage on in. Yes, does roll some misses there. Does get hit there in 2-2 now. Does have one defense, one offense specialty. Now more rifle grenades firing away. It's hitting the structure once again. Panzer Grenadiers, of course, going to get some base healing and reinforcements here. And Panthers are now being deployed on the field. There's the first one. It gets some damage to the Piets. Does have, of course, access to the button. Does immediately get a button there, maybe trying to prevent it from being crushed, these forces. Staghound received a bit of fire there. And looks like they did lose one of the Panzer Grenadiers, perhaps to that Staghound. Not sure where it went down. I also lost the Luftwaffe Ground Forces. Actually lost a couple squads there. Panther receiving some bounces there from the Piets. This Panther does force back these other units. Lieutenant needs to fall back as well. Over here, got the Staghound severely wounded. Kaliningrad does have it spotted. Kaliningrad's almost down as well.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Over here, the Kaliningrad is eyeing the capture along the flank. And it's on push way forward. We got two models here, so they have both the Piets firing. So this is one. Gets a button there. Piets are really miss or miss. They're not very good in my opinion. I don't really have high regards for them. So far, it's getting a bunch of bounces and misses. And there's plenty of health still. There's also the Captain Corps in this region as well. And something may have went down along the flank. Not sure what it was. We got this medic bringing back casualty. He has at least one medic up and going. The other one is just sitting back here, so there's no other casualties on the field at the moment. And it's just trying to get some chip damage here. Both of them, one's wounded, the other one's a little bit wounded. Getting some great hits on that Piet squad. Over here at this intersection, a fresh one from the casualty clearing station does fall back now. And to do is severely wounded as well. Right now, the Hensley players lacking a lot of squads. Let's get another repair squad out on the field.
Victory reserve, 300 points.
And more damage there. Let's see what's the British players going. He so far has lost a doctrine. He spent a long munitions on something. Not sure what it was though. I think another, nope, a repair sapper. That's the only thing it was another Piet. Getting these Panthers repaired on up in combat. So far, I don't think a single Piet's actually penned. Well, got butterfly bombs now raining on in. It's going to cause some problems. They're shooting a good number of those butterfly bombs, but of course they are blowing up. This Panthers received a bit of a beating. Right now, the British players are running very low on manpower, as well as munitions, and as well as fuel. Firefly being put on the field, that's what will be useful to help engage these Panthers without a command team to support them. It may not be all that great. Staghound now receiving a bit of fire there. Piet's pushing way forward with some rifle grenades. Ooh, rifle grenade wipes out the entire Luftwaffe squad. Got another Luftwaffe squad here. Does take out the Staghound there. Firefly's not pushing way forward. This Panther's a bit wounded. The other one is damaged. Firefly getting some shots down the wounded Panther. He needs to focus this one down. Maybe button it so it doesn't escape. Rifle grenades gets good damage. Buttons the other one. And bounce there. Gave it damage to this infection squad doesn't fall back. Takes out that one. The damaged one is still buttoned, but the button should be wearing off relatively soon. Firefly's facing forward. Does the spotting there. The commander. Panther severely damaged. Then managed to retreat back that one squad there. Another good pens there onto the Panther. Panther severely damaged. Rifle grenade does, of course, not roll a hit. And Panther goes down to the Firefly, getting one last shot before escaping out of there.
Destroyed a German target.
Get out of here, mate!
The British player is battered and bruised. Has enough ammunition. Not currently healing at the moment. Does have maybe enough manpower to reinforce everything. It's going to be expensive. And so straight from support now pushing on forward. He needs just need to run away with the Firefly. Another straight run comes forward. Does take out the Firefly now. And that's why having to get a bit of trash talking. You lose your Firefly to a Henschel strafing support. It does consume the rest of its munitions. These forces are going to sprint their way forward. Let's see, the Panzer player has not a lot left. The British forces needs to circle around, capturing all these sectors.
Commonwealth forces are capturing a friendly sector.
He has a bit of manpower to work with, but he's not eyeing for Bergantiga. Or Piet's not trying to rain on in. I would say eye for the VP, start putting pressure on the VPs, as well as capturing up a lot of sectors. Some people tend to over-rely on Panthers. He's not reinforcing this squad here. Lift-off squad just pushing way forward. 2, a little bit damaged. It's triple veteran C. He's eyeing for some split charges here. Eyeing to get a forward hull down position. Or hull down ability. And there's still some butterfly bombs left in this region. And he does not lose a squad to a butterfly bomb. We got the Ketograd doesn't capture the cutoff point, the 9 usage of this munitions sector, which is improved by the field support truck. And sorry for the lag spikes. I don't know why this map does not like my graphics card ever since I got it upgraded. Let's get it balanced there. Two now advancing on the flank. We got, of course, the Red squad butting the 2-2. Does fall back there. He is still running on it. Does get a bit of camouflage in there. Oh, there goes the left hand, I believe that was. And looks like the British player backs out the game. Maybe a little bit too early to back out the game. It may have been a lag spike. And yeah. And that's sort of what happens if you trash talk, I guess. Now that's when we end the replay. This is Endgrid saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay.